Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I am making this little food box and the thermos. This is kind of an old-fashioned food box, and this is all 3D printed. The 3D print is designed by me and I printed that on my FDM printer. First of all, I am placing the handle here on my little cup, making sure that my cup is turned right side up when I place the handle. The reason why I do it like this is because I tried to 3D print the handle on the cup and that did not look pretty, so I decided to make the handle and the cup two parts. I might have made this a thermos before. If I have, I will link in the info box below for that. I know I printed it on my resin printer a few years ago, but I'm not sure if I ever did it as a video or not. But here you have the food storage box as well. And I made a little hole here at the bottom of the front for a piece of that's called piano wire. And I made a little hole there in the front as well, so these two parts go together. The little piece of piano wire that I am using to make sure that these two pieces are connected, it's under 1 centimeter long, otherwise it will pop out of the sides and you don't want that. When it's a little less than 1 centimeter, you can actually stuff it into the print itself. Then we have the 4 shelves. They are going into the little food box here, but I have to sand them a tiny bit to make sure that they will fit into the little box itself. And of course, I'm doing this with all 4 of these plates so that they can go in and out of the box without any friction of any kind. I also designed this little frost element. This is the one you put into the freezer to freeze it, and then you place it in the lid of the lunchbox to make sure everything will keep cool during the day. And I am painting this in a blue color. This was a dark blue color, and I decided that was a bit too dark, so I went for a tiny bit of a white to mix into this blue to make it a little lighter. I then have this glitter pen here that is actually for card making, but I thought let's put on a little tiny bit of glitter on these frost elements. I made a few of them because I always make more than one when I'm creating. And I know that this glitter won't stay on there, so I used a tiny bit of Fimo liquid glaze to glaze this little element here, also to keep it shining so it looks kind of wet. When the glaze is all dry, I am going to glue one of these into the lid of the lunchbox, taking this little thing here and placing it so that you have that small opening on the top. You will know what I mean when you see the 3D print. I'm using a gun metallic paint for the thermos, and I am painting the top part here of the outside, only the top part, and then I am going to paint the inside as well. I'm doing that with a old paintbrush to make sure that I can reach all the nooks and crannies on the inside, and that will ruin your brush, so use a old used brush for that. Here I'm switching, and then I'm just making sure that I get everything on the inside of this little thermos. I do leave the paint on the thermos to dry for a whole day before I continue, otherwise I might scratch it off and I don't want that. So I made a print arc for you, and I printed this on water decal paper. The one I showed you here was a bit too big for everything, so I did not want to show you too much because I corrected that print arc before I leave it to you. But I am printing this on water decal paper so that you can slide it from the paper and over to whatever you have created. I used the translucent paper here. That is kind of a mistake. I should have used the white water decal paper where the background of the paper is white itself. I would have gotten a better result, I think, if I have used the white one. But this translucent actually give it a tad of a bit oldish look, and I kind of like that, so I just went ahead with that one. So I do start with a tiny bit of tacky glue where I'm starting and ending with this piece of water decal paper. And that's to make sure it is not sliding around for me when I'm placing it, and it will also keep the ends nice and clean when it's all dry again. So here you see I'm starting around the handle with this one. I do have a laser printer, so this paper do not need any kind of glaze or something on there. It is just working when it is on a laser printer. But if you have a jet printer, then you need to give the top of this paper some glaze and stuff like that to make sure it won't bleed when it touches the water. But that's all there is for this little build. It's a very easy one, and I hope you like it as well as I did. I had a lot of fun with this one. So thank you for watching and happy crafting.